Hello everybody, welcome back to round one of our game of Kings and Kaisers. I am going to be doing the turns of the French Republic, the British Empire, and the Empire of Japan. So wish me luck. Got a lot of stuff to do, trying to do it as fast as possible. But first, clear up a few mistakes of Madman's. One, since he declared war on the British Empire and the British Empire is at war, the two subs he had in 16, because they go through 19 to 20, in the combat that happened here, there's a naval base here, so this area is also mined, so they have to survive the mines here before proceeding to survive the mines there to engage in combat. Madman went ahead and filmed a video of him rolling 2 dice for me, and they did not hit, so that still stands. The outcome of this battle still stands. The corrected, redone version that he did. So UK this game, or Britain, is going to be convoyed this round, but you know, is what it is. Yeah, so there's that, and then two, when he was debating whether or not about the attack and defense value of machine guns. So what machine guns do is that each machine gun can pair up to 3 defending or attacking infantry and give them a +1. So in this game, infantry normally attack at 2, but if they're paired with a machine gun or artillery when attacking, they attack at a 3. If they're defending, they defend at 3 anyway, right? But if they're paired with a machine gun, they defend at a 4. So up to 3 infantry can get paired per machine gun to either attack at 3 or less or defend at 4 or less, okay? The other thing is that since Madman, he got a military base, not a complex as he called it. It's, you know, old terminology. It's easy to get stuck on those things, force of habit, you know. So it's a military base that he built in German East Africa, right here, okay? He then changed his mind and built 2 units there, but you can't do that because you just built it. So his next turn, if he still has that, which he probably will, he will then be able to build 2 units there, as that is the IPC value of our German East Africa, is 2. Fun fact that despite all the conflict in Africa, German East Africa, because of, I can't remember the general's name, but he was a expert in guerrilla warfare, and German East Africa actually held for the duration of World War One. It never completely fell to the British, so they relinquished it afterwards. But yeah, so that is why we have beefed up German East Africa so much, is because of that. But anyway, he has corrected the infantry and artillery that he wanted to build here. He instead is building them in Rhine province, because he forgot that Cologne is a victory city. So the infantry and artillery went down in Rhine province instead. Okay. And that about does it for the little corrections to address. Okay, so we're going to go into France's turn. France, first off, they have a technology token. They are not buying any more, at least not this round. But here we go. If I get a 5 or a 6, there'll be a breakthrough. I got a 5. Okay, what is it? Let's see. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 1. All right. Well, still cool, but not great. But anyway, so what this does, this is improved naval mines. So normally, when you bring a ship in through a territory that's mined, you roll 1 die per ship, and on a hit of 1, like AAA, it gets hit. Except for you roll per ship. So you don't, as the attacker, you don't get to choose what the mines hit. But anyway, yeah, this can be devastating if Britain acquires this. But anyway, France has this, so I can either place this now or save it and place it upside down at my capital for another time. And if I have a unplaced technology at my capital is captured, that unplaced technology is also captured if I don't place it during my turn, right? So let's see. I can place this in one of 2 places. I can place it here and upgrade this mine marker, or I can place it here. Let's see. And I can place it at any point during my turn, pretty much. as long as, you know, I controlled the territory beforehand, you know, that is associated with. Let's see. I'm gonna place it here. So C-Zone 18 now has improved naval mines. I'll put this mine marker back in here. Yeah. Okay. All right, so that's where it's gone. So there's double the mines right there. Okay. So, moving on. Purchases are 2 fighters and 4 artillery. And that is, what was it? They start with 28 IPCs. So yeah, 2 fighters, 4 artillery. Okay, let's see. Okay, we are going to do 1 combat in Alsace. So 3 infantry. I know this is bait, but I'm going to go for it anyway because we'll see what happens. So 3 infantry from Lorraine will attack Alsace, where he has 2 defending infantry. Worst case scenario, I contest it. So that is the only battle that France will be doing. Everything else is non-combat, but in this game, non-combat and combat happens at the same time. So I know it's difficult for Germany because of how much stuff they start off with. It is difficult for Germany to do that on the first turn because of how much shuffling, but I've talked to Madman and he's going to try and keep it all together just for austerity's sake, because when you do non-combat, it depending on how your combats pan out, that can affect your non-combat. Hey, sorry, my video cut unexpectedly. Perpetually have phone space issues, cleared up about 10 gigs. So anyway, this should carry off from where I left off. As I was saying, if after your battle pans out, that can affect your non-combat decisions. But in this game, outside of air movement, out of air units that have engaged in combat, they can finish their air movement value after a battle. But outside of that, there is not a second combat phase. There isn't really a combat and a non-combat. So anyway, try to stick with that whenever possible. So carrying on with where I was with France. The infantry from French India will walk into West India, since British Empire is now at war. The French infantry from French Indochina will walk into Siam and activate that for France. So not for France, for the British Empire. Getting tongue-tied with all this. So these 2 Siam units are now British. And then down here, we got 1 infantry from Morocco. We'll move over to French West Africa. And then, let's see. This transport from 27 will go over here to 28, pick up both of these guys, go back to 29, unload in Provence. This infantry in Brittany will hop on the transport here and go down 1, 2, unload in French West Africa. This cruiser will move to 15. And let's see. All right, cool. So up here in the mainland, the stuff that really matters, like I said, we're doing this battle here. My 3 infantry against his 2 infantry. And then I was tempted to try and attack Belgium, but it literally be 19 dice against 19 dice. And as tempting as it still is, it's not great. So I'm going to do what I can and boost the heck out of Lorraine. So those 6 infantry and 2 artillery from Burgundy moving to Lorraine. This cavalry in Picardy will move back to Ile-de-France, Paris. All the units from Picardy will move to Lorraine. Let me see if I can do this carefully. I'm going to get my stand situated so I can get 2 hands for this. 1 cavalry will tow 1 artillery from Ile-de-France to Lorraine. And then France, since they have France as this fighter will go as well. So since France has a IPC value of 6. It can rail 6 units, so we'll rail 5 infantry and the remaining artillery. Okay. 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 The remaining infantry in Ile-de-France is going to go up into Picardy. The infantry in Aquitaine will go up to Ile-de-France. Let's see. This transport here, 27, will move to 14. The cruiser and dreadnought will actually stay put. So, since Italy is not at war, their mines do not count against the Central Powers. So technically Austria, if they wanted to, they could not declare war on Austria 2. Italy would then join on Italy 2 and join the Allies on Italy round 2. But that means that if they don't declare war on Austria 2 against Italy, they can bypass this mine and these units if they're neutral. Granted, I could send this in here to prevent them from doing that, but I'd rather have the safety of the mines, because since they're not at war, there's no safety of mines, of these mines here. You know, so they're just going to stay here. And that cruiser will be there. Let's see. Okay, that covers France. Yeah, pretty much. Let's do this little battle real quick. So I got my 3 infantry going in into Alsace. Well, I got 2. I got 2. All right, cool. So these guys are done. The rebuttal. 2 3s. Well, he got me back, but I still took the territory. So I'll lose 2 infantry. Okay. France goes up 3. Germany goes down 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Okay. Well, that was fun. Okay, so that means technically I get, what is it? There's a minor city, Strasbourg. Let's see, where is that? Right here, Strasbourg. Sorry. A little dark to see here. Apologies about that. You get a little bit better lighting, and the laminated material doesn't help because it reflects the light, but whatever. Anyway, point is, I can tell. All right. So anyway, that is France's turn. New units, the 2 fighters go down in Lorraine, as Verdun is a victory city, and there is a IPC value of 2, so I can place 2 land or air units there. So I'm building 2 fighters right there. The 4 artillery, because there's an infantry left over in Paris, they are all going down in Ile-de-France. Okay. Let's see. Yep, okay. So it's that. Get rid of this technology token because they got a breakthrough. So France is at 30 on the tracker. I'm just going to grab 30, expedite this. 30 on the tracker. 2 IPCs per original German-controlled territory, so they're at 32. And then 5 IPCs if the Allied powers control Lorraine and Belgium. I do not control Belgium, and the Netherlands is not controlled by Central Powers. And then per territory, France controls Brandenburg or Austria. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So France has 32 IPCs to spend for next turn. Moving on to Britain. Let me make it official. Moving on to Britain, the British Empire. They have 1 technology token. They'll be buying a 2nd one. So this is how you see how this pans out. So rolling for the first token. Oop, 1 bounced out. Okay, well that's a miss. Ooh, breakthrough. Okay, so we got 1. I'm gonna put that there. Trade that chip in, and then the other chip that I am paying 5 IPCs for. Let's see. I got a 5. I got another 5. So I got 2 breakthroughs. Okay, so go ahead and deposit that. And then, yeah, deposit that as well. So here we go. What breakthroughs do I get? A 4 and a 5. That is a machine gun. Beautiful. And Trenchworks. Also beautiful. Okay. Trenchworks is going to go down in Egypt. And machine gun is, let's see. It's going to go down in Egypt, or it's going to go down in South Africa. It's going to go down in South Africa. Let me think about this. Because I'm moving this stuff around. So if I put it down now, let's see. I'll put it down later. So for right now, I'm just gonna put it there. Let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put it down later, but it is gonna go down there. Just not yet, because it has to be attached to a unit. So let's see. Okay, so Britain is not doing any combats. Oh no, that is a lie. We got a combat right here. This dreadnought and this cruiser from 41 are going to go into 37. The cruiser in 31 is going to go through the Suez 1, 2 and attack as well. So this will be a straightforward battle. 2 3s against and a 4 against a 3. So we have that battle going on, and everything else is non-combat, actually, surprisingly. I know. There's a reason for it. Okay. Yeah, everything else is non-combat. So this transport picks up an infantry and artillery, goes down 1 to 16 to 15, unloads in Portugal, which makes these activated. And I forgot to get some guys out for that, so let me do that real quick. Okay. So there's now those. And Britain goes up 2 IPCs for that. I'm just going to go ahead and flip it. Okay. I'm going to move the guy from Yorkshire down to London, the guy from Scotland down to Yorkshire, 2 artillery from Wales over to London. Those guys will stay put. This transport is going to pick up an infantry and artillery, 1, 2, provided that this battle is successful, unload in Arabia. Okay, and get these 2 guys, activate that. Not yet at war with the Ottomans, technically, and I'm not attacking the Ottomans, but the Ottomans will be able to attack me on their turn. I am not attacking Persia. This cavalry here in West India is going 1, 2 to Burma. Infantry from from East India going to West India. The 2 artillery in West India are hopping on this transport, and again, provided this is successful, proceeding through to 38 to unload in Portuguese East Africa. If again, provided that is successful. Otherwise, they can't do that. Actually, let me think about that. Actually, no, wait, I'm wrong. No, they can't do that. They can't do that because there's nothing to escort them. And this is blocking 3 ships, so they can't actually do that. So, let's see. With that in mind, so this isn't happening. That in mind, let's see, let me think. I'll come back to him. I'll probably do something with him. Okay, wait, 1 cavalry from Egypt. The cavalry in Egypt will grab 1 artillery and tow it through Anglo-Egyptian Sudan to Belgian Congo. The infantry in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan will also go into Belgian Congo. So this guy gets activated. Let's see. The infantry and artillery from Union of South Africa will move to Angola. Activate that as well. Okay. Guy in Rhodesia, he will move down to Union of South Africa. And 2 infantry from Egypt move down to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Bump this guy over. So there's 3 infantry left in Egypt. Over here, transport and battleship, or not battleship, dreadnought, pick up infantry and artillery and go 1, 2, unload in Cocos. Anyway, I am within range of 1 German cruiser because they can move 3, 1, 2, 3. But that's up to him if he wants to engage with that. And then these guys will come down here. 3 infantry, 1 artillery from Queensland to New South Wales. I do want to point out there has been Madman and I have this on our maps and a few maps that we had printed for people. This is a mistake. There is a naval base printed here on New South Wales. Somehow this retroactively got added back in. There's not a naval base because that implies unlimited naval power sea units that can be mobilized here, as well as mines. And there are not mines in Australia or Anzac cannot mobilize unlimited amounts. There's a naval port here, and that is the setup. That is part of our setup. So the naval port, if somehow New South Wales falls, I'm just flipping it over. But in the meantime, it's because when you take a territory that has a military base or a naval port, that means that it gets destroyed. But there is a naval port here, not a naval base, and that means that right here, Sydney is a victory city, which means they can mobilize 2 units. But because they have a naval port, that means they can also mobilize sea units. They can still only mobilize a maximum of 2 units, but they can be either land, air, or sea units, or a combination of the 2. But that's what that means, so that they can't just build like 7 transports and then shuck all those guys over at one point. You know, they have to do it gradual. So minor mistake on our map, misprint, but this solves it. Anyway, going on from there. Can't do anything over there. Can't do anything over here. Got this going on here. Again, what am I doing with this guy? You know what? He's just gonna bridge those 2 guys. You know what? This transport's going 1, 2 down to here. And you know what? I'm not even landing those guys there. I'm not even risking it. They're going down here. So these guys aren't, they're just on board that transport, and this transport's down here. This guy has to go 1, 2, 3 out of range. He can't get to me. So not even chancing it. They're all the way down here in C zone 45. Okay. Oh man, this is taking too long. Britain's the beast of the game. Okay, that about does it over here. Okay. And it does it here. And it does it here. Right away, I'm just going to do these now. Britain goes up 2. Okay. Oh, 3, or hopefully 3. We'll see. Okay, so 2 cruisers and a dreadnought against his lone German cruiser. All right, I got a hit with the dreadnought. His rebuttal, a 3. A hit, okay. He loses. I will... Let's see. I can only repair him at a naval base or a naval port. A naval port can only repair a maximum of 1. if I damage him. If I damage him, there's not really any places for him to get repaired at right now. So unfortunately, I'm going to take a cruiser. Okay. Okay, because if he's damaged, he can't bombard. But that means these guys can unload to here, activate Arabia. Okay. So Britain goes up another one. The reason I have to activate as many of these as possible now is because I'm going to be convoyed so badly. So that's that. And let's see. Yeah, that's it. Okay. New units. Infantry artillery going down in Union of South Africa. Machine gun will also go down in South Africa. 4 artillery going down in West India, in Bombay. India is 4 IPCs, so only 4 units can be mobilized here. And then these 2 are going to get mobilized in C-Zone 61, a sub and a transport. They had 40 IPCs to spend. That was 35 on units, 5 on tech, on a technology token. And again, everybody begins the game with 1. So they're at 43. Let's see. 2, 43. 43. Okay. NOs. Okay, well that's a joke. As there certainly are. I gotta roll the convoy still. The British Empire controls. Nope. Nope. And nope. Definitely not. Okay. So no NOs for Britain. Convoys. Here is what he's gonna suck away from me. He's got 3 subs. Each roll 2 dice. A dreadnought and a cruiser. All right. 2, 3. Yep. Okay. Okay, so we got 3 or less. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these are misses. Currently we are playtesting, or sorry, not playtesting, playing with the original BBR convoy rule of misses being 1s, automatic 1s. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. $14. But they max out at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I lose 10 IPCs. Okay. All right. Get that over there. Okay, Japan's turn. Okay, Japan. First off, I have my tech token, and this probably won't affect the tech, but I'm going to buy a sub, which is 6, and a artillery, which is 4. So I'll have 2 IPCs left over. Here's tech. Let's see what happens. I got a 5 and a 1, so I get 1 breakthrough. A machine gun. Fabulous. I don't know what it is, but a lot of times when Madman and I play, constant machine guns get added to the board. And this is honestly probably one of the best techs overall. Let's see. I am going to add him. I can't add him in Korea because Korea is contested. So I'll just put him here. Yeah, I'll just put him there. And I will swap out 1 infantry unit to represent that guy. Okay. For the time being. Okay. So, Japan. Well, Germany gave me a nice little curveball. So unfortunately, even though I want to gobble up all these German colonies, I got to deal with this over here. So, not attacking the transport so that I can have a bombardment, but this transport over here is going to bring over an infantry and an artillery. and this transport's going to go to the same sea zone and bring another infantry and another artillery and attack Korea. Infantry in Sapporo will move down to central Japan, and the infantry and artillery from Saka will actually stay put. I will bring another infantry from Japan down to there as well. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we got that going on. The bombardment is going to happen here in Vladivostok, because I really don't want to deal with that. Spawning another German unit. Korea is contested, so he does not get a preemptive shot against me. And that is it for Japan. So let's do this real quick. Actually, in the machine gun, do I want to bring them over? I'll go easy on him. I'm not going to. Okay, so let's do Korea. So I got a 2 and 2 3s. He has 2 3s, or actually, yeah, because this is contested, so I cannot bombard there. So it's got to bombard there. All right, so let's do this one. Do I liberate Korea? Oh, I do. 3 hits. I just needed 2. Here is his rebuttal. 1 hit. Okay. That is a fair trade in my book. Okay. Okay, so Korea is liberated. Let's do Primori. Japan goes back up to 12. Primori. Okay, I got 2 3s and a 4. He has a 3. Okay, 3 hits. Oh man. Japan is killing it. His rebuttal. A miss. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so that's gone. That goes back to... actually, wait a second. I forgot, because he has mines here. So first off, I actually have to bring... okay. Dang it. Okay. Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to redo this. Okay, so let's do 1 for the Dreadnought. Miss. 1 for the cruiser. Miss. For the transport that went to Vladivostok. Miss. Very close, but a miss. For the transport that went to Korea. Miss. Okay, thank you. Alright, Japan just got off pretty easy. Okay, so Russia goes back up 1. Germany goes down 1. Tied with Britain. New units go down in Sea Zone 55 and in Central Japan, respectively. Okay. They collect 12 IPCs. They have 14 all day, and they do not have that ship anymore. Okay, get back in there. Okay, get rid of that. Okay. All right, disposition of forces. I've realized I've skipped this for each power, so this is going to be a little bit of a doozy. Oh, and this also being convoyed here, so hold on a second. For Britain. 1, okay. And then convoying also Japan. 0, miss, 1, 1. Okay, so Japan loses 1, Britain loses 1. Okay. Alrighty, so, yeah, because this is convoying there. It's not Hold for that. Okay, so Britain, again, just as a double check, Britain has 32 IPCs. Japan has 13 IPCs. France has 32 IPCs. France, cruiser in C-Zone 15, 2 transports in C-Zone 14, a transport, a cruiser, and a dreadnought in C-Zone 27, 3 infantry in French West Africa, 2 infantry in Provence, 1 infantry in Picardy, 2 cavalry, 4 artillery, and 1 infantry in Paris. And in Provence, we have 3 fighters and 8 artillery. We have 3 infantry paired with a machine gun. We have 1 cavalry. And then we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 17 infantry. And then we have 1 infantry in Alsace. Then we have 1 infantry in India. And we have 1 infantry in Siam. Moving on to Britain. Britain has, the British Empire has 1 artillery in Canada plus 5 infantry in Canada. They have 2 artillery, 4 infantry in Portugal, 1 transport in C-Zone 15. They have 7 infantry in London, 1 infantry in Yorkshire, 4 infantry in Wales, 4 artillery in London. They have 3 infantry and a trench works in Egypt, which means this absorbs the first 3 hits against it. So if he comes in with 3 guys, well, he's not going to get anything. He'll contest me at the most, but I get to fire back still. He has to hit me 3 times, and on the 4th time, he gets a hit against me. I got 2 infantry in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. I get 1 infantry in British East Africa. I have a cavalry, an artillery, and 2 infantry in Belgian Congo. I have 2 infantry and artillery in Angola. I have 2 infantry and artillery and a machine gun pairing up those 2 infantry in Union of South Africa. I have a dreadnought, a cruiser, and a transport in 37. 2 artillery, 2 infantry in Arabia. I have 6 artillery in West India, plus 6 infantry in West India. I have 1 infantry in Malaya still. I have an infantry and artillery in Siam, a cavalry in... Oh, I forgot to move these guys. My bad. So, yeah, guys from Siam moved to Burma. Infantry and artillery and cavalry in Burma. 1 infantry in Malaya. 1 infantry in North Borneo. 1 infantry in Papua. 5 infantry and artillery in New South Wales. Transport and sub in 61. 2 infantry in Hong Kong. That is it for UK. And then the Beast of Japan has a dreadnought, a cruiser, 2 transports in C-Zone 53, with a German transport as well. A sub in C-Zone 55, 2 infantry and artillery in Osaka, and then an artillery, machine gun, 4 infantry, and a cavalry in central Japan. And then we have an infantry and artillery in Korea, and we have an infantry and artillery in Russian Primorie. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. I really should look up these pronunciations. Anyway, and then we have an infantry in Taiwan. So that does it. It's a big doozy of a turn. I think I did pretty good. Yes, Japan's NOs are, if there are no Central Power warships in the Pacific Ocean, which there are, I get 2, and then 1 per original Central Power territory. But unfortunately, I had to defend my own territories and Russia's territories instead. So that didn't really happen. Off to the Ottomans, round 1. Doozy of a turn. Very interesting. Cool to see how this is panning out. Every time we've played this, it's been a little different. There's so many more options with this as to how things can go down. It's really cool. So I'm hoping you're enjoying this, guys. And apologies for the little errors here and there on Madman's end and myself as well. Is what it is. It's hard to do these and get them 100% perfect. But, practice makes perfect. So we'll see. But anyway, on to Ottoman Empire's turn. And Madman will show us what the Sultan has in store for us. And Madman really likes playing the Ottoman Empire, so this should be interesting.